Tonight on KPBS Evening Edition, a controversial ban on transgender people serving in the military goes into effect. Good evening. It's Wednesday, July 17th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ebone Monet. 6 months, that's how long a San Diego federal judge is giving the U.S. government to identify potentially thousands of children who are separated from their parents at the border. KPBS border reporter Jean Guerrero was at the hearing. Today is Earth Day. Gavin Newsom and his family held a celebration at the historic Governor's Mansion in honor of our planet. The governor got his hands dirty this morning planting strawberries. We've heard of robots, but what about cobots? It's a robot that can collaborate with humans in a work environment. As you head into the weekend, you might notice that it's going to cost a little bit more to fill up your gas tank. AAA estimates that a gallon of gas costs almost $4 a gallon here in San Diego. And we're going to be talking about that plus so much more for the Friday Business Report. And joining us is Mira Kopik with Bottom Line Marketing and SDSU to talk about this week's Friday business news. Welcome.
Thanks, Ebony.
Representative Levin, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So are there enough votes in Congress to possibly block these tariffs? But today we're exploring piñatas with a message. And joining me is artist Diana Benavides. Diana, welcome. So what makes this possible?
So right now we are funded through a grant through Housing and Urban Development through the City of San Diego.
San Diego City Attorney Mara Elliott, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So today's forum was the first and only scheduled opportunity for California voters to hear Gavin Newsom and John Cox debate the issues. How did they do? And California is considered a place that not only welcomes immigrants, but also offers protection no matter their legal status. When recently was this not the case? We're here at Solari, a highly awarded Tuscan-style Italian restaurant taking part in tonight's Taste of Liberty Station. So we're here now with the executive chef, Filippo, to find out what's on the menu tonight. After 81 years, the San Diego Chicken Pie Shop is an institution. It's one of the city's longest operating restaurants, and today we're speaking with Lisa and Bob Townsend with the Townsend family, the owners and operators of the business. Happy anniversary. About 40 miles east of here is another big attraction. People go to the Salton Sea to see the thousands of birds that gather there. But the lake is changing, and so are the birds. 1 year ago, Wilnisha Sutton was already a San Diego activist. So she says when she found out about the police shooting death of Alfred Alongo, she felt compelled to come here to El Cajon. And once she got here, she documented everything she found on her cell phone.
Oh my God.
Tuesday, September 27th, 2016.
Oh my God.
Wilnisha Sutton jumped out of her car in downtown El Cajon and started recording.
God. Jesus Christ.
She got to the Broadway Village strip mall minutes after police shot 38-year-old Alfred Alongo. Alongo's sister was one of the first people Sutton saw.
Man, I call you guys to come and help my brother, not to come and shoot him in front of me.
Sutton started recording accounts of witnesses.
And then I saw him go pow, 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 5 shots.
So
and next thing you know, I got closer and I saw the young man on the floor. He was dead.
Nothing.
I felt compelled, like I have to report live what's going on. I don't want to wait for the news and the media to come up with their own narrative.
No justice! No peace! No justice!
Nothing less! Cyber protected! No justice! No peace! No racist police! Say his name!
Alfred Alongo!
Say his name!
Alfred Alongo!
By Thursday night, law enforcement took a stronger stance. El Cajon police said demonstrators blocked traffic, broke windows, and assaulted officers. Police arrested 5 protesters.
We really emphasize our desire for peace and calm.
A people united will never be defeated.
No justice! No peace! No racist police! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
By Sunday, Truth was back in El Cajon. She captured this cell phone recording. Law enforcement surrounded the parking lot memorial. Authorities had declared it an unlawful gathering. Police arrested 14 people, most who they say refused to disperse.
I felt betrayed, I felt hurt, and I felt very discouraged at the state of the way the police came out.
Still, Sutton returned to El Cajon night after night, even as the crowd shrank and the news cameras went away.
It was discouraging. It was very discouraging.
The remaining resistors dubbed the parking lot Olongo Village, where Sutton says she stayed for 50-plus trying days.
I lost myself in that. I was very depressed afterwards, very. Whew, it made me emotional even talking about it.
A year later, there's no sign of Olongo Village or any indication of what happened there.
If you want to stand right here, you can stand right here.
Monisha Truth Sutton says she's still not satisfied with the explanation for the shooting offered by police.
You can't just kill people and expect for us not to stand up for our rights.
Lottie Grondel describes herself as a hardcore gamer.
I do spend quite a few of my waking hours either in front of a PC or in front of a console.
Like kids before her, the 90s baby was first turned on to video games by the Super Mario Brothers. Then there was Legend of Zelda, Castlevania, and Final Fantasy X. The evolution of gaming now lets her indulge anywhere with Wi-Fi, including the KPBS newsroom.
So he's my support. Because I am a pretty weak character whose main job is just to do a lot of damage really fast.
Grondel is playing Jinx in the hugely popular game League of Legends. An estimated 27 million people play this game every day. Jinx is expected to be fast and dole out a lot of destruction.
No, don't, shh, God, don't you dare hit my support. Haha. Missed me.
Grondel yells out and types messages to her 4 teammates as she uses her minigun and rocket launchers to kill creatures for gold and destroy the other team's base.
Oh, Lord. Oh, I need to back. So they hit me pretty hard, so I'm backing.
I think we should prioritize you a little bit more.
Anna Nguyen is another League of Legends player, though admittedly less vocal.
When I play a game, and usually if there's like voice chat or something like that, I don't want it made known that I'm a female. That's probably a part of it.
Nguyen says she's less inclined to play with strangers or reveal her gender.
There's a stigma that girls aren't good at playing video games, so it's like, oh man, I have a girl on my team.
Grondel and Nguyen don't know each other. They're 2 San Diego professionals who dedicate hours to the gaming culture, including cosplay, their physical, detailed transformations into their favorite characters. They're part of the growing millions of women who have ousted teen boys as the largest gaming demographic in the U.S. And they both find being a woman gamer comes with added challenges. Lottie likens it to hazing.
When somebody brings up a video game and you engage in conversation, the male never has to prove himself as worthy of joining the conversation, but usually everybody stops the conversation, turns to me, and kind of quizzes me.
Nguyen says the taunts and negative comments have completely turned her off from group chatting.
People say really toxic things online just because there's a screen. You don't have to deal with people face to face.
It's Mia Consalvo.
Mia Consalvo is a professor and Canada Research Chair in Game Studies and Design at Concordia University in Montreal. She says harassing behavior and gaming have a long history. Consalvo says women aren't the only targets.
And it's also, a problem not just for women. Gay players have been harassed. Minority players have been harassed as well.
Ditch the Label is an anti-bullying organization. Its 2017 survey found 47% of responding gamers say they've been threatened. 38% say they've been hacked within a game. Nguyen thinks anonymity fuels toxicity.
Yeah, it is a mirror of society, but maybe amplified because you're behind a screen.
Still, she isn't turned off by the community that connects her friends.
So I'm player 1 right now?
No, you're player 2.
She even invites me to give it a whirl. Gripping the controller, I try out Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Randomly jamming buttons. It's easy to see the appeal. It's a thrill each time Yoshi, the green dinosaur I'm controlling, pulls off a move. Nguyen thinks these characters will ultimately help change how women are perceived in gaming.
More recently, I feel like there's more of an incorporation of like stronger women, not, you know, large-chested women.
The women gamers also agree. For them, the joys of gaming outweigh the negative aspects. Grando says there's no better way to decompress, escape, and kick butt.
A lot of people say, get a life. Well, sure, but I'm a gamer. I have lots of lives.